Welcome to RaiderTalks Thursdays. I am your host, Art Navarrete, here alongside Nick Yobara. The Raiders have a 7-7 record and a 10 seed in the AFC. It's going to be a fun race for the next couple weeks. We're very excited. And Nick, how do you feel about these upcoming weeks for the Raiders?
I'm going to just start off with this week. It's a good week. You know, you came off a good victory, no matter how it was, you came off a good victory. You know, it's Christmas week. It's also rivalry week. We play the Denver Broncos. It's always fun when we go to Denver Mile High or when they come to us, Oakland, Las Vegas, whatever. So it's going to be a good one, and I'm excited for this week because just that AFC West rivalry, it always, no matter what.
Yeah, 100%. Raiders, Broncos, always a tough game. Always a tough game no matter what. We've had their number the last couple of years, but I feel like none of the games are ever easy.
Yeah, no. It seems like no matter what, Raiders, Denver, it's never a blowout. It's always a close game. It's always no matter what the records are, how everyone's season's going. But these last two games, I think the Raiders came out and what I mean by two games is this year Mile High and then last year in Allegiant. We came out. Defense played really well, and offense just started out great. And we got that big leads, and never turned back. So we just gotta keep on playing well against these guys because we've had their number these past 3 or 4 games.
Yeah, we gotta keep pushing on the gas, especially against this team.
Mm-hmm.
The Raiders need this one so we can continue to play meaningful football throughout these weeks.
Yeah, continue to play meaningful football, and then you're also knocking Denver out. I think they're in the same position we are. They got to win out, So you do that, same record, and you knock them out just like I think you knocked out Cleveland last week.
Yeah, 100%. I think Cleveland's out of it a little bit now. They went downhill, and they could have been what seed could they have been? The 4 seed or the 12 seed,
Mm-hmm.
and then now they're the 12 seed, and the Raiders knocked them down. So right here, it's Raiders Broncos. A huge game, and season's on the line this game. It's going to feel like a playoff game on Sunday.
Yeah, no, I think last week felt like a playoff game. Every game here on out is going to feel like a playoff game. But, the first real meaningful, feels like a playoff atmosphere in Allegiant, and it's going to be nice, and I hope everyone's pumped up and ready. This is a big, meaningful game. In our home, in Las Vegas, let's go defend our home.
Yeah, season on the line, the future of this Raiders team on the line, and it's happening week through week.
Mm-hmm.
Like you said, last week's game was the most important game of the season, and now it's on with the Broncos. This is the most important game of the season now. We put ourselves in a spot where I believe if we win out, we'll make it to the playoffs. So we're just going to need to continue to win ball games and play good football. There's 3 games left. We can't have those games where we just sneak it up anymore.
Mm-hmm.
We got to go and play good football now because it's do or die.
I think we got to come out hot in all 3 phases. I know that we're going to say that probably for pregame. But we just got to come out hot in all 3 phases. We can't be like, okay, well, offense is good, but, defense is giving up a whole bunch of yards and points, or, hey, offense and defense is good, but, special teams, we're missing kicks and punt returns are this and kickoff returns are this. So I think maybe this is the week where we have our first complete game, the 3 phases, and, hopefully we come out with a big victory.
Yeah, we're going to be facing a backup quarterback in Drew Lock for the 2nd week in a row. And you know what we're going to need to do? Is just take advantage of it.
Mm-hmm.
Because if the roles were reversed, then the other teams are taking advantage of us. So we got to go do that.
Yeah, no, he was named a backup for a reason. He hasn't been doing it there. And, he's not a new face to this Raiders.
No, we've seen him before.
We've seen him, 3 or 4 times, I believe.
It was almost more facing Nick Mullins was more of, I don't know what we're going to get. Even though we faced him one time and got lit up,
Yeah.
it was like, we don't know what we're going to get from him. But now we can game plan against Drew Lock, so it might even be better. I mean, we only gave 14 points last week.
Yeah, no, this guy shows glimpses of, why he was picked so high and, why Denver gave him the keys to the franchise and whatever. But, he's not, how do you say, he's not
Progressing.
Yeah, and it's not going well for him, and I think Denver's been in that quarterback frenzy ever since Peyton Manning left.
Yeah.
and they just haven't found the guy. And they thought they found the guy in Paxton Lynch, didn't work out. They thought giving the keys to Trevor Siemian, didn't work out.
Paxton Lynch, Trevor Siemian, wow.
And then they draft Drew Lock, and he comes out with a couple great games out of the gate, and just.
Yeah, I mean, he is a talented quarterback.
No, he is.
He's talented, no doubt. So we can't go in the game thinking we're facing Drew Lock because he can. Anytime I feel like he can have a great game. Mm-hmm. That's the thing. So we're gonna need to go out, focus, game plan the right way, and go get a win. We can't treat it like it's a backup playing quarterback. We gotta treat it like it's the starter. Mm-hmm. We gotta treat him like he can do some damage. So we need to make sure to play lockdown defense and do whatever it takes.
No, yeah, you're absolutely right. But I think the good thing about facing Drew Lock is the last time we faced Drew Lock in Las Vegas in the Allegiant, defense was all over him.
Yeah.
I think that was a defensively won game just because defense was all over him. The picks, I think a couple fumbles.
And when he's under pressure, I mean, he's not very good under pressure.
No.
From what I've seen of him when we play him. And just other times I've seen him. He's not good under pressure. And probably this is the best pressure we've had since Khalil Mack and Bruce Irvin.
Yeah, so I think, to us, it's just like if Raiders play the way we know we can play, then, we aren't going to get that win come Sunday.
Yeah.
But again, it depends on which Raider team you're getting. But I feel confident that we're going to go out, play our best football, and really show Drew Lock what this new and improved D is all about.
Yeah, I feel confident too. I mean, prior weeks, there's sometimes where I feel confident, sometimes where I don't feel confident. But this time I feel confident, and it's because, we have to win. Mm-hmm. We have to play good, or else, I mean, it's done. It's wraps. It's all over. The fat lady's saying. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. So we just need to go out and play good football. I mean, I'm going to say it multiple times, but that's just what needs to be done. We need to go play good football. I mean, we got a lot of talented pieces on our team, a lot of talented guys, and we're a team that earlier in the season we're like, wow, this team could be a playoff team. This team could go get some wins in the playoffs, make a run, maybe win a game. And we started going backwards a little bit, and now we got a win. We're feeling good, and we see the playoff picture. We got everything ahead of us.
Yeah, and a couple of playoff teams play each other this week, which is a good thing. So all we got to do is win. Every game from here on is important. It's a big game. And we keep on saying that. We keep on stressing on that. Every game is important, and they know it. We got to go out, win these last 3 games. 2 of them are at home, which is a big advantage for us. And we just got to go out, do us, and hope for the best and see where we are after Week 18.
Yeah, 100%. Besides the biggest game of the week, which is the Raiders and the Broncos at Allegiant Stadium, we're going to speak a little bit about some of these teams in the AFC playoff race. Number 1, we got the Kansas City Chiefs with a record of 10-4. We got the Patriots at 9-5, the Titans at 9-5, the Bengals at 8-6, and they're the 4 division winners right now, or leading the division right now. And then we got the 5 seed for the wild cards right here, the 3 wild card teams. We got the Colts, Chargers, and Bills. Colts are at 8-6, Chargers at 8-6, Bills at 8-6, and those are all pretty good football teams. But we're within striking distance. Mm-hmm. No, we're 1 game out.
Yeah, no, we are. And I think Bills face Pats, so one of them are going to get a loss this week.
For me, I noted some of the biggest games I think for the Raiders. Mm-hmm. Bills, Pats, it matters. It does matter, but. We want, this is how it feels to me. We want every AFC team to lose besides us.
Yeah.
That's plain simple. Mm-hmm. But here are some of the bigger games, I believe, for the Raiders. Because in the 8 seed, we got the Ravens. We got the tiebreaker over them. Mm-hmm. 9 seed is the Steelers, 7-6-1. Tiebreaker over them. Mm-hmm. And then there's the Raiders at the 10 seed at 7-7. So for me, what I've noted are the biggest games for the Raiders are Ravens and Bengals. Hoping for a Bengals win because we want to be chasing the Ravens. We want the Bengals to win the division because Bengals beat us and they have the tiebreaker.
Yeah.
And we have the tiebreaker over the Ravens. So if the Bengals win this week and then the Steelers and Chiefs play, Chiefs are without Hill and Kelsey.
Yeah.
But if the Chiefs can get a win, they are way more talented than the Steelers. Mm-hmm. They beat the Steelers. the Raiders will jump on to that 8th spot, the 8th seed. So that means we're moving up every single week.
Yeah.
And then we control our destiny from there then on out. So a loss from the Bengals and a loss from the Steelers will give the Raiders their control of their own destiny.
Yeah, no. Yeah, I think you said it. You said it the best. Let's jump ahead of the Steelers. Hopefully Kansas City can beat the Steelers.
One of these teams is going to lose.
Yeah.
We want. And even more, like you said, the Bills and the Patriots play. Some team's going to lose.
Mm-hmm.
So every week, obviously we got to win every week. It don't matter if we don't win. But every week, we just got to continue to climb, and I believe we'll be in the right spot come week 18.
Yeah, I think
against the Chargers. Is that a game you're going to?
Yeah,
you're going to that game.
I'm going to Charger game. Allegiant.
That could be crazy. It could be
the most important game.
It could be the most important game of the year, or the least important game of the year. So I'm sure these couple games, these few games are nerve-wracking for you even more because you're going to that game against the Chargers.
Well, I think just for me, it's gonna feel good just to be back in the Raider game. Since I went to the last one in Oakland, haven't been to one yet, so it's just gonna feel good to be in a Raider game in general. But hell yeah, I mean, if that game can actually mean something.
Your first game in Allegiant, you want it to mean
no,
something.
exactly. And if it's to where hey, we're win and we're in, I mean that's an ultimate party day right there. If we're winning in, and
then when you exit the Allegiant Stadium doors, where do you go from there on out to party? What's your party spot in Las Vegas?
My party spot in Las Vegas?
Yeah.
I mean, we're usually downtown, so we drink downtown the Strip. But the little Raider bar, you stage door, is a cool little Raider bar right there behind the Flamingo.
I'm more of a Raiders bar and grill tavern type of guy. I like being a little fancy, a little tavern.
That was good.
Go to the hotel and have a fun time after the game. Let us know some of your favorite spots in Las Vegas, especially after a Raider win. I mean, that would be crazy, but Broncos first.
No, yeah, and I think we can sit here and say, hey, we want this, we want this, we want that. I'm not scoreboard watching. I'm not.
Not yet.
No, I'm not.
Not yet.
Well, I don't think we should score watch or whatever until the clock strikes 0 and the Raiders are leading the Broncos in the fourth quarter. I think that's the only.
I mean, you can say the same thing about the Colts game too.
No, exactly.
I mean, it's good. It's good. It's fun to look at these games.
You're right. It is fun.
You can watch the games and you can root for teams.
Yeah.
And it makes it for an even more fun football weekend because I feel like almost not just the Raider game involves the Raiders. It feels like a lot of games involve the Raiders now.
Yeah, but I think also none of that matters if we lose against the Broncos.
Yeah, for sure, 100%.
No, so
we know that.
I think my approach to it is maybe kind of like the players. Hey, I'm gonna go watch this game. They're gonna go play this game.
You're gonna go take care of business, Nick. You're gonna take care of business.
I'm gonna go watch this game, and hey, after the game we win, then I can start looking. Okay, cool. Okay, boom, 8th seed. Okay, cool. I think it's just like Monday, but it was all said and done to where it was like if we win, we're the 10th seed, everything's looking good. If we lose, we're the 10th overall pick, and now we're looking at our future. So that kind of. But we do play on a Sunday. Everyone playing around us. I don't know the times, but I mean it's gonna be fun to sit there and say, okay, they lost. Okay, cool. Now Raiders come out and get this dub, but most importantly, we just got to get the dub first before we worry about anybody else. Yeah,
100%. You could check out all these standings. It's pretty fun to look at. The Raiders are right there. If you're not a Raider fan and you're looking at the Raiders from the outside looking in, you're like, wow, the Raiders suck. They're out of it and all that.
Mm-hmm.
But if you look right here, we're probably pretty close to your favorite team. So don't hold your breath. You know what I mean?
No, I know.
The Raiders are right there.
Yeah,
and it looked like a very motivated team out in Cleveland. And I don't know if you guys got a chance to watch Sounds of the Game. Watch Sounds of the Game on YouTube. This is the first time I've seen them pumped up on the sidelines, really pumped up in their pregame speeches, and really pumped up on the field. And it just looked like an extra life for the Raiders. And it looked pretty amazing to see because they look like they've been down the last couple of weeks, even prior to the game.
Mm-hmm. No, yeah, and it seems like in years past, we go through that 3 or 4 rough weeks and everyone gives up. It just seems like it on the field.
Yeah.
And I've said it, and I think we've said it on and off the camera. This team feels different. this team just feels different, and the way they go about it, the way, they're playing, and it seems different. This team really, really wants it.
Yeah.
And it's weird to say, like, well, the past, 2-3 teams didn't want it, but this team wants it. But I think this team wants it more. It's right there. We can kind of control our own destiny. I bet they're saying what we're saying. Let's go out. Who says we can't go 4-0 in the last 4 games? And we're a quarter of the way there.
And then we're the hottest team in football.
Then we're the hottest team in football going into the playoffs. So I think the thing is just right now is why not us? Why can't we do it? And
everyone's counting us out.
Yeah,
everything.
We're already quarter of a way there.
Yeah.
I think that's the way we got to look at it. We're already quarter of a way there. We want to know. Let's go get the second one this week.
Yeah, 100%. It's Christmas time. I want to wish you a Merry Christmas, Nick.
You too.
I want to wish everyone a Merry Christmas. I mean, it's Christmas time. Everyone's in the Christmas spirit. The Raiders got a huge win for us, so we can enjoy this week. We can enjoy Christmas Eve, Christmas, and then it's Raider Day. What are some of your favorite Christmas Raider moments?
Christmas Raider, wow.
Raider games.
Oh, yeah, because,
Christmas Eve games.
We went 3 years in a row where it was Christmas Eve.
Yes.
Really weird. Really, really weird. We went 3 years in a row. It was Thursday, Woodson's last game. Thursday night against Chargers, Woodson's last game in the Coliseum.
Yes.
Very emotional, very crazy.
That was insane.
But, we did it. We froze our asses off out there.
You went to the game.
Yeah.
I didn't go to the game. I had to watch it on TV, but, yeah. Great game.
Then the next year, and then Woodson delivers that speech of, this team is headed in the right direction. I'm always a Raider. You guys always have me. The next year, we go in, Christmas Eve, I believe is our first game. It was right after the Charger game where we clinched the playoff spot. Everybody went to that Colts game, all excited.
It was a Colts game, huh?
And we were kicking the living crap out of them.
Hey, that was the first moment in that 2016 season where I thought this Raider team's a playoff team, and not only a playoff team, but a team that's going to make a run in the playoffs.
Well, and that was the year
because that was our first ass whooping. So you know what I mean of that year.
Well, yeah, because that was
because every game was close.
That was the first year or the first time where it was just like, okay, there's 2 more weeks left in the season. 1 more week. No, there was 1 more week because the next week was against Denver.
Yes.
Okay, so there's 1 more week against the left. We're late in the third quarter, and this game is a butt whooping. Wow.
We're going to the playoffs.
And I remember before that, I was thinking just like you said, we're not a playoff contender. We might be a Super Bowl contender.
Yeah.
Bring on the Patriots. Let's go to Foxborough and beat those mother effers. And then a couple plays later, Carr goes down, and it's just like, okay, it's just a normal sack. And then it's just like, oh, he's not getting up. Oh, okay, it's just whatever. Then it's just like, oh, and then the cart comes out and carts him off, and then it's just like me, being because, our Super Bowl hopes were on the line. I'm just in there. He's going to run out of that tunnel in the fourth quarter, and this place is going to go insane. And I remember the guy in front of me had his phone, and there was an alert on his phone that said that he broke his fibula. And I looked at it, I was like, what? Nah, that can't be true. Because it was a ESPN alert, and then we win the ball game. We go back in the car, and the post-game show basically confirmed it. And it was one of those, and
that was the worst Raider win
I think
I've ever been a part of.
I think that was the first sports moment where I cried. I cried in the car because it was just like playoffs.
I know you're gonna cry in the car.
It was just everybody did. Everybody did. It was a great season. I think that was the last home game. And it was just playoffs were supposed to be next. Me and my family already planned that. In a couple weeks we're coming back, playoffs. And in their 15 or 16 year years of having season tickets, we never seen playoffs. That was the closest. And it was just like, okay, playoffs are coming, and we're getting ready and everything, and and it was just one of those moments where it was just like he's out for the season. It's just like, that's it. And then you think, okay, well, we got McGloin. And McGloin goes out there and gets demolished, and we can't move the ball for anything.
He gets hurt. Broncos.
Yeah, and sits, and then Connor Cook comes in. Looks decent.
Yeah.
And then you still think going into Houston.
Well, you think going into Houston, all right, Khalil Mack's got us. Khalil Mack's got us.
And we're going up against Brock Osweiler.
Yeah, we're going against Brock Osweiler. This team is just okay. And we go in, and it's a close game all game, actually. It was like a one score.
You could tell. It was
it was a one score or close 2-score game, but it was like 3 and out, 1 first down, we're done. We couldn't move the ball at all.
No,
and it was one of those games where we were only down like 1 score for a big portion of the game, but it felt like we were down 28.
Yeah.
So that was my first Raider playoff game I've ever seen. And that one just hurt to watch. It was just like, oh my god.
Because you knew what was missing. You knew it wasn't us. And I think that's the best way to say it is that I think me and you were still waiting for our first playoff game because what we put on the field against Houston wasn't us.
Yes.
And so I think going in there complete would be the thing, and then the last was supposed to be the last game in Oakland against Denver. Gruden's first year.
Crazy game.
That was even colder than the Charger game.
That was Cordero Patterson, right?
No, Dwayne Harris. That was the one where
the punt.
It was supposed to be the last game in Oakland.
Yeah.
They had nowhere to play. Vegas was still a year away. They didn't know what was going on. And we went and we had a blast. I mean, I think we beat them against the Broncos.
Yeah, great game. Beat them in a great
game.
We
beat them, and it was just
deep down. I didn't feel like it was the last game in the Coliseum, but you were there, so it probably felt like the last game.
I mean, I think years leading up to that last game always felt like the last game because you just never knew, but that one just them saying goodbye, whatever. And I think a couple weeks later, Raiders signed an agreement with San Francisco to go play in Oracle, and that got cut or whatever. So when they signed with Oracle, I was like, man, that was the last one. And then a couple weeks later, they say, oh no, and then a couple more weeks later, they say back to Oakland, and and then we get our last season. But no, I think those 3 games, just being Christmas, family, and Raiders, I think that was something special to me and my family that we all shared.
And this was the Bronco game. That wasn't Gruden's first year.
Yeah, it was Gruden's first year. I said 3 straight. Because I said 3 straight years. It was the
year before. Yeah, you're right.
The year before playoffs.
You're right. It was he was in Oakland for 2 years.
Yeah.
And Vegas for 2 years.
Yeah.
Well, 1.5 years.
Yeah. But no, I mean that was some good times right there.
Yeah, Oakland Coliseum, great venue. We're A's fans, so we're lucky. We get the Coliseum for. Actually, I don't know if we're lucky, but we get the Coliseum for 7 more years.
The Coliseum is kind of weird because it's still.
It's one of those things where you love it, you love being there, but it's like time to move on.
I think for a Raider game, it felt more special. Like
Raider game was different
because I think just with everybody wearing the same thing, you're tailgating, you're having fun. And then you go to an A's game. I know this ain't A's Talks.
Chill.
I know it ain't A's Talks, but we sit there. We go to an A's game. We sit there, park, go in line, get ourselves a hot dog, and just sit down. And no one's around us. The stadium's not even 10% full, and it's just we watch our game, no excitement, no anything, and leave.
Yeah, we get ourselves excited when we watch an A's game.
But no, it's different. I think
100%.
Football at Coliseum is different.
There's nothing like that football field.
Yeah,
looking at that football field, I mean. It's just unbelievable.
Yeah, no, and I think, and I hope it's kind of same way like that because I can't wait to get into a good football atmosphere like that again, going to Allegiant in a couple weeks.
Have you gotten any Raider Christmas gifts, and what's your favorite? If so.
Raider Christmas gifts.
Woke up Christmas morning and Santa put some Raider stuff underneath the tree because Santa Claus is a Raider fan.
I have this nice Woodson long sleeve kind of jersey, t-shirt jersey.
Who got it for you? Who got it for you?
My girlfriend at that time bought it for me. It was a nice little Woodson.
Your
ex? Ex-girlfriend. She bought me a nice, Raider long sleeve, and Shit, I still wear it to this day. I'm wearing it. I'm wearing it Sunday to the. But no, I mean I think that one's one of the favorites. A couple Raider hats here and there, and I know when I was little, I think my dad bought me like a Jamarcus Russell jersey. I got all excited. But now looking back at it,
that jersey lasted that jersey lasted the season.
But no, I mean just
what's worse, your Jamarcus Russell jersey or Antonio Brown jersey?
Ooh, don't remind me of Antonio Brown, please.
Dude, let's talk a little bit about that game. Let's talk about that game. I mean, me and you go this game. Raiders, Broncos, first game. Antonio Brown is done, comes back, and then a day before, he's done again. And you're going to the season. First of all, Khalil Mack's gone too. Actually, that was the year before.
That was the year before.
That was the year before. That was different. That was against the Rams. That was a game against the Rams. But you go, Antonio Brown's gone. And, I mean, the stadium, the Coliseum was electric. Electric.
No, exactly. It was funny because I'm going to just take it all the way back. As soon as we signed him, I bought his jersey.
Yeah.
I was all excited. I wore it one time out, and then I saved it, and I said, this is for Monday Night Football against Denver. It's going to be crazy. This guy didn't even hardly practice with us.
No.
Played no preseason.
No.
Fought the entire time. And everybody was like, oh, he's a big part of their offense. Raiders are going to lose against Denver because AB's not out there.
Yeah.
It's like if we had him in years past.
And they won, and I was proud of those guys.
And then like seeing Hard Knocks and everything, and
hey, that's the thing about it. Hard Knocks and all that. First time Raiders are on Hard Knocks, you're pumped up, and you're like, I'm gonna be watching these Hard Knocks episodes for years. I'm gonna show my kids these episodes. Not anymore. I mean,
what? Because
Antonio Brown ruined these episodes.
Yeah.
You don't want to see him in a Raider. He ain't no Raider.
No, he isn't a Raider. And
he's like Randy Moss. He ain't no Raider.
It was one of those things to where you knew the situation that was going on, and then they suspend him or they fine him or do something, and I put his jersey in my bag because we went up there, spent the night. So I put it in my bag Saturday. We cut him Sunday, and I was like, oh man! I rushed right to Raider Image and bought me a new jersey.
You bought another jersey?
I bought a new jersey. I think that's when I got my DC jersey, but I bought me a freaking new jersey because of AB. And that game, everybody was like, oh, Raiders not going to do this. Raiders not going to do this. And me and you were there, and I think that was.
I remember we walked in, or we're in the stadium. Pretty much, we looked at each other, said, "Fuck AB, we're gonna fucking win this ball game."
It was funny because like you went up kind of first, but we looked at each other like, we're gonna win this ball game. And FAB.
Yeah.
And then
we did. Like we didn't even it wasn't even a question. Like we're tailgating with each other, and we kind of had this. I kind of had the thought in my mind the whole time. Like I never thought we were gonna lose that game. I was like, we're going, fuck AB, we're gonna win, we're gonna have a great season. This is our year.
Mm-hmm.
And I kind of had it in the back of my mind, and I remember me and you. I was like, Nick, you know what I'm thinking? He's like, yup. And he's like, we're gonna fucking win this game. Like, fuck yeah, we're gonna win this game.
It helped that Tyrell Williams went completely off that game.
Yeah, he did.
And I remember at halftime we met up again, and we said, it's gonna happen. It's happening. It's happening. Like F him.
Yeah,
it's happening. And then we go back and separate.
And we kind of dominated.
And we did dominate.
And this was the Bronco game, so this is a good game to talk about leading to this next Bronco game.
Yeah, no, it was a really good game. I think at home opener. We come out, score 7 quick, and everything's just clicking. Everything looks good, and you're just like, wow, we're in for a hell of a season. And I think me and you.
This is Jacob's rookie year.
Yeah. Because Jacobs had a monster year too.
Jacobs had 2 touchdowns that game.
Jacobs had a monster. He was like the first one to do this and 100 yards.
I remember. I knew this guy's a bad man when. Well, he's doing solid this year, but this year he jumped over the pile like Marcus Allen. His first touchdown he ever scored was Raider. I think that might have been the first touchdown of the game, or the first touchdown of the game might have been a pass.
No, it was to Williams.
It was a Tyrell. Yeah. It was down the middle, and then he kind of bumped into a couple guys. Got in. But then the second touchdown was Josh Jacobs. I started recording on my phone, and he jumped over the pile, and he looked like Marcus Allen, like just that split second. And you're like, wow, this is impressive.
Yeah, no.
That was a fun game.
What he did that game was crazy because I could be wrong. He had like 80, 85 yards on the ground, maybe 30 to 20 in the air. and just the 100 scrimmage yards, 2 touchdowns. I think it was a stat like first rookie to do that, or first Oakland rookie or to do that or something. And no, it was crazy. It was he had a big game, and that was a good game. We always go to good game, right?
Yeah, that was a pretty fun game. Raiders Broncos, a rivalry. I'm pumped up about this game, and I mean, man, this is gonna be a good game.
No, it is. From every game I've seen at the Coliseum, the 2 Monday nights, and
I mean, this is like more than just. I mean, fuck John Elway. Let's just talk about it. Let's just talk about it. No one likes him. No Raider likes John Elway. This is just personal, just in general.
No, I don't.
The rivalry game is personal.
I don't like the Broncos. I don't like Denver. I don't even like the color orange because of Denver and the Giants.
Orange and blue. Orange and blue?
Like, really?
Like, that has to be the ugliest color in football.
But no, I think this is the one.
Bronco fan pages, we look at this. And oh my God,
about to get in a Twitter war.
About to get in a Twitter war, dude.
But no, and I think out of everybody in our division, you got the Chiefs who, basically kind of own the division, or whatever you want to call it. Chargers. I mean, Chargers can't even fill out their own stadium, so I don't. But I think Broncos are the ones that you just like really hate the most, and this is a good rivalry.
I don't know if I hate the Broncos. I hate them all evenly.
Oh no, yeah, but this is the one where I to me you look forward to.
They have the ugliest colors out of the division, so you're like, we're gonna beat them.
It's just you just look forward to, and you're just like, all right, Bronco time, let's go.
Yeah, I mean, huge game, baby, huge game. All we gotta do is win, just win, baby. I mean, Al Davis said it best.
Yeah, all we gotta do is win, and see what happens from there. But I feel good going towards this week. I think we build momentum off of Cleveland. Everybody in the holiday spirit.
Yeah.
We go out and we shock some people again Sunday.
100%. Merry Christmas from Raider Talks. Thank you for joining us on Thursday, and we'll see you guys for Raider Talks pregame on Saturday. Go Raiders.
Go Raiders.